Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
This is fantastic. So the first question from me is, what it feels to be a leader leading technology for such an amazing program, and how you see the impact it's going to have, not at the Saudi level, we're going to go into the Saudi level, but at an entertainment level across the globe.
Absolutely. So first of all, thanks a lot, Fedi, for having me today. Really appreciate it. To give a context, Saudi Arabia back in 2016 launched what they call Saudi Vision 2030. So basically, it calls for major shift in the country economy and society. The Vision 2030 has multiple objectives and multiple pillars. Some of it includes less dependency on oil, improve sectors like entertainment, like infrastructure, healthcare, education, and so on. To do that, the PIF, the Sovereign Fund of Saudi, have launched multiple giga projects. And one of these giga projects is Qiddiya City. So Qiddiya City check all the boxes. It will have an impact on education, on healthcare, entertainment, and so on. The size of Qiddiya City, it's by the way 40 minutes away from the capital, Riyadh. And this area size is about 150 square miles, which is slightly larger than Orlando. And the excitement is to build such city is enormous. If you look at cities like Las Vegas 50 or 60 years ago, we spoke about that.
Yeah.
The people who built Las Vegas 50 years ago, they never thought that they're going to come to an empty land in the desert. And they never thought that it's going to come as we see it today, a magnificent city. So it's so exciting to be part of this journey in Qiddiya City.
Fantastic. So thinking about the future, right? What do you think is the role of Qiddiya of introducing these cutting edge technologies that we're talking about here, but not only AI, which we talk plenty during today, but AR, VR, and cutting edge technologies into a cohesive vision?
Yeah.
Because at the end, one of the key things that we want to solve in Qiddiya is how you integrate all these assets into ecosystem, right? So
Correct. So basically, in Qiddiya, if I can give just a quick summary, we are building a city with all its infrastructure, from roads to metro lines to train stations, to power grid to fiber optics. And then we have what we call core assets. Core assets is basically anything from a theme park. It could be a stadium, a golf course, a museum, a speed track. So we have in Qiddiya more than 80 assets. That's 80. And then we have what we call supporting assets, which is basically hospitals. We're going to have 8 hospitals. We're going to have schools, residential area. And we have a vision to have a city of the future, smart city. We're embedding every single asset, what we call IoTs or sensors. We try to make sure that we are using the latest technology in simple things like traffic lights, how to make traffic lights smart. When it comes to AR and VR, as we speak today, we are talking to all the AAA gaming studios. We are inviting them to open offices in Qiddiya City, and we want jointly with them develop the next big thing in AR and VR.
what are the challenges you believe we're going to face moving forward, and what are the lessons that you learned from your previous experience that you're bringing to the table in order to make this more seamless?
Yep. So it's a very challenging project. It's a very exciting project at the same time. The challenge comes that it's very hard to find people who have built cities. We have 3,000 employees in Qiddiya today, from 25 nationalities, and we have people who have built magnificent projects in all across the world. So we have people who have built the largest shopping mall, Dubai Mall. We have people from Singapore who were part of great project in Singapore. We have people from Australia. who build large residential complexes. We have people from the UK who build business skyscrapers in London. But none of them have built a complete city. So we are learning as we go. Every 6 months, we stop and check our progress. We go to the drawing board. We see what our priorities are. Are we doing the right thing here? So it's so exciting in that area. At the same time, it's a huge project.
Right.
We have checked all the big developers around the world. Typically, they spend 1.5 to $2 billion annually. This year, we're spending $7 billion in Qiddiya. At the peak, in 2028 and 2029, spending will reach $20 billion per year. So yes, it's something, a project that we all working as truly as a team, all of us, to make sure that we deliver it correctly.
What do you think you need to bring to the table as an experience change in order to get that attention from customers?
Yeah. So we've been doing multiple rounds of defining our digital customer journey as part of the overall customer journey. And we want to have our customer journey as seamless and frictionless as possible. Starting from the pre-visit, during visit, and post-visit. I'll give you two examples that we have done. So the first one, that with the help of Globant, we're developing our smart parking technology in Qiddiya. So basically, everyone who wants to visit, we found out during our surveys that people are worried to find the right parking spot. Is the park full or not? So we said,
Right.
can we pre-book your parking spot? Not only that, once you reach the parking spot, the gate will open automatically because your license plate is registered. You don't have to get a parking ticket. You don't have to go to the cash to pay after you finish. So smart parking was one of the good ideas that we have came up to make the journey very joyful for our customers. The other thing that we have been doing, we started doing 2 months ago, is to start sensing the sentiment of our visitors. So we have a movie theater that we run today, and using the cameras and a simple crowd management platform, we turned it through AI into a smart platform. We can sense the sentiment of the people, in which area of the park, if they are happy, which area of the park they feel excited, or which area of the park they feel boring. So reading the faces will tell us a lot about our guests and will enable us to take the right actions immediately.
Right. How you manage becoming, a global entertainment center that preserves Saudi values, Saudi culture, but at the same time appeal to global audiences?
Absolutely. So Saudi has, as you mentioned, have a very rich history and culture. If I can go back very, very way back, 60, 70,000 years ago, Homo sapiens came out of Africa, first time into Middle East, then Europe, then Asia, and the rest of the world. So in the last few years, archaeologists have found very old colonies for civilization that dates back to 8,000, 9,000 years ago. Very exciting. We intend to showcase all of these findings into our museum. We're gonna show the history of the whole region, Saudi, for the last 9,000 years until Saudi, what has evolved during various civilization. Also, Saudi has 13 regions. So just like the United States has 50 states, so Saudi has 13 regions. And each region in Saudi has different culture, different food, different customs, different architectural buildings, old buildings.
Right.
So what we're planning to do is build a village within Qiddiya, showcase the whole 13 regions. We're going to build it in the old architecture style. We're going to have the restaurant, old cuisine from each region represented. We're going to have entertainment and old music and folklore traditions in each village. It's going to be a huge hit based on our study of the market. People would love to see the whole Saudi choosing the Saudi village.
Fantastic. And and it's great because it's an amazing culture. Yeah. And the other thing is that you lead in technology for Qiddiya, right?
Yeah.
One of the visions 2030 as well is to make Saudi a tech hub for the world, right? We have experienced that with Globant. Before Globant, Argentina wasn't recognized, Latin America wasn't recognized as a hub.
Right.
So thinking about this vision and with your role as CTO in Qiddiya, what do you believe are the things that need to happen and the challenges to make Saudi a tech hub for the world?
Absolutely. So for the last 15 years, the many schools and universities in Saudi have developed a different curriculum to match the international one. So for the last 15 years, we have been receiving very good talents out of the schools in Saudi. But those talents are not experienced. And that's the difference. If you go to Silicon Valley, you will find not only large pool of talent, but experienced talent in big projects. And we intend to change that. We want to work with the likes of Globant to develop a technology development center or hub to enhance the quality and the experience of the talents that we have in Saudi. It will have impact not only on Qiddiya. Those people will go and work outside Qiddiya and will help the whole economy of the country.
Fantastic. Yes, we're taking advantage of that talent, young talent. So again, thank you so much. It's
Thank you.
fantastic. And hopefully we can enjoy Qiddiya very, very soon.
Thank you.